first be able to recognize straight away is the buy trade there. Does everybody see the buy trade there? Everybody see that trade there? Does everybody see the buy trade in there? Does everybody see that at this stage here, on the stop run, the book stays bid? So this market hasn't finished the top line yet. However, when the sell came in, the buyer stayed at the top edges. So you see the blue line is now starting to appear above the yellow line. Now we're going to start trapping the buyer. Now we've got the buyers getting trapped, okay? So now we can start changing. And we can start watching for big green blocks at the top edge to sell to. There was one of them. And there was a second one. Do you see it? Do you see when we get those big green blocks, what happens? The book immediately goes offered. The book immediately goes offered. Oopsies. You see that? And then that gives you your easy money sell trades to come in behind those two trade ideas. First sell didn't work out very much, but we still managed to get a stop at break even. Second sell was gloriously easy to make money on the second short sell. And you can see the book starting to get that offer on the background. It was very easy to lean against those blocks, make some quick scalp money, and that's how we play it. If the sellers get too heavy, too many sellers, time to go up. Too many buyers, time to go down. Too many buyers in here. Too many buyers in here, time to go down. It's really that straightforward, guys. If there's too many buyers, the price goes down. If there's too many sellers, the price goes up. Think about the too many sellers as the number of people that can sell the market. If there's 6 people or 10 people that can sell the market, when you get to seller number 10, that's everybody short, right? So in this kind of environment, there's too many buyers. We're at 10 up at the top edge. There's nobody left to buy this. So if there's nobody left, this price goes down, right? At the moment, there's too many sellers on down ticks. So the S&P will go up from here, and the S&P has just exploded north, and I've just got another few trades on. I took a lean there against the 63.5, and I do have a stop at break even on that trade. And you can see this for yourself. It's really obvious. Does anybody see that? Does everybody see that buy trade? So let me just show you the buy trade next. Really, really obvious. Okay, so there's the buy trade there. Does everybody see it? Everybody see that trapped seller? Everybody see that trapped seller? So all you did was you lent against that, and you wicked the market beautifully off that price. 63 halves. That traded a high price there of 66 halves for $150. Of very, very fast buy-side profits for somebody leaning against those sellers. So when those sellers came in, you lent against them, and boom, you made your money straight off that price, didn't you? Now, that's what I'm saying about if you're slow in this market just now, you're going to get murdered. That was a fast money break higher, very profitable break higher, made some really nice, easy money. And we get ready to go again. Now, you can see, obviously, that this is short-term scalping. I'm not saying it's not. This is very short-term scalping. And, you know, if you start to recognize these short-term scalps, then, of course, you're obviously, the value is kind of secondary to your opinions about what's happening, isn't it? But obviously, if the value lines up with this, then it's not necessarily a short-term scalp. It could turn into a swing trade. So you can start to watch these swing trade ideas when you see these types of trades setting up, right? So you can start watching for these as swing possible trade ideas developing. Now, I don't like buying at higher prices at the moment on the S&P. The XLY XLP looks really bullish, but XLF looks pretty weak. Sentiment, it's neither here nor there. It's bullish, but it's not that bullish into the top edge prices. SPY VIX looks neutral at top edges at the moment. Doesn't look particularly bullish or bearish. The VXX looks, you know, bearish on the gap open, but has been bullish since the cash open itself. The SPY against the utilities looks bearish at top edges. So I've got a lot of reasons to sell the high prices, that's for sure. I've got a lot of reasons to sell the high prices, and that's what I've been kind of working on. I've been working on some of those short sells, but interest rates falling gives me an opportunity to buy into that trade, right? It gives me an opportunity to buy into this. But it seems to, you want to try and line up these trade stories, don't you? So at the moment, there's a trapped buyer, but interest rates are dropping and sentiment's rising. So the trapped buyer, I would imagine if they puke, they're going to be a nice opportunity to buy the puke. And if we can get that sweep down through the last stop run, that might be a really nice opportunity to buy against the buyer, who then throws away a good position because of what's happening elsewhere. Okay, we got some sales coming in. I did buy against them. I don't know how much I'm going to make on this, but I do have a quick 3-tick profit on the trade. I did put it quickly into NinjaTrader so I could show you what was happening there. Okay, so there was I'll show you quickly what the trade was there. So there's the trade there. You can see it for yourself. So you can see the selling came in, right? So we got the trap seller right there. So the book was selling, the delta was selling. We got a nice buy coming in here. So we lent against that guy, paid this price here, and we managed to get a nice sweep to the upside. You can see that was a very easy trade. Now, why? Well, take a look at what happened to that trade. The sentiment went bullish, and we were seeing a downtick in the interest rates. So obviously at that stage, I want to find that buy trade, don't I? So obviously at that point, the delta was really bullish. So I didn't want to be the guy that was buying with those guys. I wanted to be the guy that buys from those guys there. Yeah. So I wait for that seller to come in to buy from them. So the seller came in, I bought from them in here, put it in NinjaTrader, and we made an easy money profit. You see that trade? Very, very nice, easy trade outcome. Very nice, easy trade outcome. But at the moment, the buyers are too exposed, so we're going to keep pressing lower. Every time the buyers keep buying, the price gets pressed lower, and that is what we keep doing. Every time the buyer buys, the price goes down. Every time the buyer overbuys, the price goes down. It's just a market reality, right? It's the way it works. It's the way life works. Too many buyers, price drops. And that's exactly what's happening. And that drop has came in behind the sentiment dropping, which opens the door to too many buyers on completely the wrong trade instead of being on the right trade. And that opens the door to a big sell-off, right? And there's the big sell-off. Boom! Yes, I am short. I have got that trade on, and I have made the monies. Did anybody join me? That was nice. The trade was at 62. The trade was at 62. Did anybody pay 61 quarters? You might be saying, what? Yep, 61 quarters. Just checking my prices there. 61 quarters was the last lean. Right there for that sell. Boom, 61 quarters, 55 3/4. Great trade, right? Great trade. Now let me take a screenshot and I'll show you how that trade evolved. You'll see it exactly in Technicolor. That was a brilliant little sell. Trapped buyers and then the value flipped. And that's always the best combination, isn't it? That is by far the best combination you could ever ask for. So there's the trade. Okay, so let's take a look at that on a short-term basis here. So at this stage here, the value is bullish. The black line is a sentiment line. Everybody get that, right? So we've got the sentiment line that's bullish. In line with the sentiment being bullish, the delta was also bullish, yes? So there was a lot of buyers because sentiment was bullish. There was a lot of people wanting to buy S&P. So the buyers were in line with the sentiment. But the dealers were not right, were they? This storyline is now going to work against them because the book was still bearish. The book had not agreed with this as a storyline yet. So what happened? Sentiment reversed on those buyers. Now all of those buyers up here, all of these buyers, all these guys, they're now trapped, aren't they? Every one of them's now trapped. So with all those buyers trapped, now it's a case of selling against those block greens. You see the trade? With the buyers now trapped and the value now dropping, these buyers are now going to run massively for cover. You're going to get a fast money sell-off, and that's what we shouted before the fast money sell-off came on, did we not? Yes, we did. We said this is going to sell off because the buyers were trapped. And that's their throwaway, right? That's when they puke their positions. So all those buyers got trapped when the value flipped here, and then that caused them to go mad for the exit. And there's the trade. There's the trade. And that was a brilliant little sell from those two price levels, 62 halves, 61 halves. So the last trade was a sell at 61 quarters, and boom, very, very nice sell side profits, wasn't it? Very nice sell side profits. So what happened at the bottom edge? The exact opposite happened at the bottom edge, didn't it? Oh yes, it did, guys. 56 halves. Who took it? I know we're talking whilst we're doing this, guys, and that we're trying to catch up with the chart, but obviously we're trying to highlight the things that took place in the last little passage of play there. The last trade was a buy at 62 halves. Did everybody see it? Let's take a look and see if it verifies exactly what happened to the sell trade. Is this not identical to the sell trade, except on the reversal here? Well, you can see for yourself. So there was a sell we talked about earlier. There was a sell trade, right? Then we got this enormous sell trade down here. Market book went bid. So that's your level, yes? Now, at that stage, the black line was still pointing down, right? So there is no buy trade. The black line is still pointing down. There's no buy trade at that point. Then the black line goes up there. So now you're going to be saying those sellers, if there are sellers, are going to get trapped. What do you think this is here? The yellow line is now net going up. The yellow line is now net going up. The blue line is net going down. The sellers are now getting trapped when the value changed on the book. When the value changed, sorry, in the value chart here. The sellers are now trapped. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to start buying into this trade area here, or waiting for the lean against these sellers here and getting the buy trade off of that level, or waiting for this seller here and getting the buy trade against that level. You see the three trade opportunities? Buy trade there, buy trade there, or buy trade there. Three trades, three incredibly good outcomes, nice easy money profits. Crazy, crazy, crazy easy business, guys. Crazy easy business. They're still going for these bear raids on these sellers at the moment. There's still value into these low prices. We've taken another little bit of business into the low price there. Value still bullish. Interest rates are still down. Buy trade opportunity into the low price. Sellers came in, got jammed at a price of 55s. You paid 55 and a quarter for the buy trade. 55 and a quarter for the buy trade is right. Well, that's 55 evens. 55 and a quarter for the buy trade is right there. Paid 55 and a quarter for the buy trade, made some nice money again.